had a friend tell me once that parenting is a contact sport. And that's so true, because the extent that we can make a difference in our children's life is dependent on how closely we live with them. I love what the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 6. They're instructions to parents on how to raise our children. There are so many things that we can do right and so many things we can do wrong, but setting an example for our kids is the single most important thing we can do to raise them to live for and to love God. I'll never forget, my son Jackson and I were reading Bible plans together regularly, and late last year I made the decision that I was going to de-digitize my spiritual life. And so I began reading in my paper Bible. And one day my son Jackson comes down and sits down next to me on the couch, and he says this. He says, "Dad, why did you stop reading your Bible?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't stop reading my Bible, but I stopped reading it in a way that he could see it." And I was reminded in that moment of this important spiritual truth. When we live out our faith in front of other people, it gives them an opportunity to see what we're doing. And as Paul says, do as I do. Like it or not, our kids become little bitty versions of us. And so as we parent, we do it in full contact, living right next to our kids, taking them along where we go, helping them to see and understand what it means to follow Jesus. And if they're not, chances are we're not either. But the great news is it's never too late to start.